Hello, my name is Cynthia Sincere and I'm an astrologer and holistic coach. Today we're going to talk about Moon in Cancer. Moon is the planet that talks a lot about our emotions, our feelings, the way that we tend to interpret the world from an emotional point of view. It also describes a lot of our subconscious habits and will describe sometimes even the type of mother we've had. The Moon in Cancer actually loves this placement because when the Moon is here, she's ruling her own sign, her own home. Cancer is a Moon-ruled sign, so the Moon will confer to the people with this placement a very deep awareness and emotional attunement to their own feelings and emotions and to those of others. They will have a vast vocabulary that is of the emotional feeling world and be very in touch with their deeper inner state of being and those of others, showing a lot of empathy. These people are usually described as being nurturing, giving, generous. They love providing service to others, and they are very motherly, sensitive, romantic, led by emotions, intuitive. They are able to read other people really well, and they also have this kind of compassionate way of being. They can show that they love you and care for you. They are also dreamers and have quite a strong imagination, and they also show a very kind, sweet, warm-hearted nature about them. They will be inclined to works and jobs that have a relationship to showing care for other people. So jobs like nursing, babysitting, any children-related work, anything like teaching, or doing midwifing or social work, volunteering, mental and emotional health assistance will be jobs that they will be inclined to or really good at. They tend to have strong feelings for their family, which usually makes them feel quite secure emotionally. And they are usually homemakers, love to help others and assist them, as if almost they are seeking to make people feel nurtured, loved, and taken care of. They have this kind of characteristic where they are very generous and connected to their feminine side, being almost this type of person who always asks if you want something, or they will always offer food for their friends or guests, family, people that they are visiting, and always making sure that everyone is feeling okay and comfortable and dry or warm, things like that. So they have this kind of really almost like a mother taking care of their children and making sure they are feeling well. It's funny to say all of this about Moon in Cancer because actually at first impression, Moon in Cancer can actually show this kind of harsh, kind of cold exterior, almost snobbish, because they don't really open that easily. And with age, this tends to be more frequent because Moon in Cancer will be quite sensitive. And because they have been hurt in the past for trusting their feelings to others who did not respect their emotional nature, what they do now is that they protect themselves by only opening themselves up to someone who they really feel is safe and that they really feel they can open up to, and that this person is not going to not really understand their emotional nature, that vulnerability, because they can get hurt super easy, and then it's really hard for them to cope with that. It's an introverted moon sign, so they will withdraw themselves when they feel hurt. And they can also take things very personally, especially if talked in a very harsh way or lacking any emotional intelligence. So if you know Moon in Cancer people, just be careful when you approach this moon in ways that may feel a bit aggressive, because their tendency will be to close themselves off and try to avoid you. And they also make empathetic, loyal friends, the kind of friends that you can really count on, that will really pay attention and listen to you especially when you're going through a tough phase or something harsh. They will also try to help you and sometimes go even over and beyond for their friends. Their superpower is being incredibly empathetic. They don't tend to hurt others, even when they have a really good reason to do so. And this is because they know how some words or something can make another person feel, almost as if they were the person themselves feeling it. And they are capable of understanding how much what they say can hurt others. Um, Almost like, if as if they can imagine that word and how they would feel. However, if they perceive that they've been intentionally attacked or hurt severely, they can also pick the most hurtful attack and render their attacker emotionally crushed. Another side to their superpower is that these people can be what's called an HSP, a highly sensitive person. And this term, the first time that I've heard about this term was in the book by Elaine Aron called The Highly Sensitive Person. And what she describes is the type of person who is quite sensitive, and they are also sensitive towards their environment, not just to others, but also the environment around them. They have the sensitivity that they look at the world and anything that is wrong, they kind of feel pain for it, they feel hurt by it. They also can be quite the psychic sponges, and many times in crowds or environments where there are more people, they may not know quite well if they are feeling their own emotions or the emotions of others. Sometimes their mood will change because they are capturing emotions of others. They're also very influenced by things like color or the smell, or even the senses can get effect and have an effect on their mood. They also tend to have a perspective of the world that is quite deep, and they can sense any disharmony in society can sometimes feel too much for them, and they can also feel quite awkward among the most people, feel like they don't quite fit in, they don't quite feel that their sensitivity is something that fits with the world around them. And so if any of these things that I've just described applies to you, whether you're moon in Cancer or not, because water signs are quite sensitive, please check out this book by Elaine Aron, because he provides some tools that will help you cope with this sensitivity in the best way. On their shadow side, the people with this moon can be moody, overly sensitive, resentful, overly protective, and overly giving. And the problem here is the overly. Usually what is a superpower for a hero can be a superpower for the antagonists. And because the moon in Cancer has the superpower of empathy and knowing so well what makes other people feel, how they can make other people feel things, if they are not balanced, the Cancer moons, they can usually do things like emotional blackmail to try and manipulate other people. They can try to use guilt or other emotions to get what they want from other. And they can also sometimes play the victim, saying things like, oh, I have done all of this for you, and look what you have done for me, now you need to do this for me. So that kind of almost kind of commercial attitude towards others. And this could be to get love and attention, or even get other types of things from people. And they can also get themselves overly attached to others. In relationships, they want to feel appreciated, nourished, and that someone has their back. And this person, this partner, can provide emotional security, but also participate in the home life and have a kind of a financial security to them, because this also is important for the moon in Cancer. They also want to feel that they are with someone who will have an emotional, stable relationship with them. Someone that shows care, attention, affection, that will protect them, especially on the emotional level, that will not hurt them. someone that will grow and evolve with them and have a long-term relationship, be by their side and be a life companion, someone that they can feel, they can trust, and is not going to break their heart. And they are also in relationships, the moon in Cancer, quite affectionate, romantic, nurturing, and also be the kind of person who will enjoy doing things that feel cozy and homely with their loved ones or loved one. They are attracted to people who tend to be more mature, responsible, people that they can count on and rely upon. Another thing about the moon in Cancer is that they have this deep need to feel emotionally stable and happy. So it's not easy for them to be in situations that feel emotionally uncomfortable, stressing, aggressive. And this will keep this moon seeking for that optimum situation that can provide them emotional peace and stability. This is in terms of relationships, work, friendships, where they live, anything really. And this is because they are so intimately aware of their own inner world and inner state and emotions that for them, any kind of little disharmony feels really deep into them. So, if you would like to spark the interest of the Cancer moon, some of the best ways that you can do so would be by showing that you care for them, that you can bond with them on an intimate emotional level, that you are trustworthy, and that you seek a long-term relationship. And this is a romantic sign, so things like offering flowers or giving them nice treats, for example, a bag of chocolates or some homemade cookies, when you meet them, for example, for a date, this can work really well. And things also that are kind of more little details, showing that you have emotional depth, that you can take attention to small gestures that seek to ensure that they feel you care for them. Things like, for example, walking them home or asking if they got home okay, or even like sending sweet notes of appreciation throughout the week after you've met them. Also, something really important is getting to listen to them and get an idea how they are feeling, because Cancer moons usually listen more than they are listened to. And if you can pay attention to the little things they say and then surprise them after with something that shows that you really listen to them, that is such a huge bonus. And all of this, of course, without being overwhelming or cheesy, but more like this organic growth that shows that you care for them. Because this moon will take some time in gaining trust in someone and will recoil, like Cancers, they usually recoil inside their shells if they feel the intentions of the person who is interested in them are too desperate, insincere, intrusive, or selfish. They will usually know when you're being fake or coming with a hidden interest or agenda. If you are a moon in Cancer, some of the things that you can do to be at your emotional best is spending some time with yourself on your own and giving some time to yourself, doing some introspection, doing homely, cozy activities. Things like hygge, for example, that is spelled Hygge, Hygge. Things like cooking or having a nice tea or baking or reading an uplifting book, journaling, giving yourself flowers or taking care of your environment and space, daydreaming or even going for a walk near the ocean, watching the moon, cuddle budding, doing some diary scripting, or finding a friend who will listen to you more than just being listened to by you will be really good for you. And also, having a pet will also help you. And that's it. That's all I have to say today for the moon in Cancer. I hope you have enjoyed this video. And if so, please show me your love by pressing the like button below. And let me know in the comments, are you a moon in Cancer? Or do you know people with the moon in Cancer? And if so, let us know. How is it? Let us know other tips and tricks that I have not mentioned. And also, if this video described either if you're moon in Cancer, you know the moon in Cancer person, and what else could be missing that was not described. And if you want to, you can visit me at cynthiasincere.com. I offer consultations in astrology and holistic coaching. And if you want also, please subscribe to my emails, as you will get some free gifts and be updated for any offers, any new things coming, novelties, and even new promotions that may not appear anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.